The Tusk King.
The Tusk King. You don't pick Axe versus this guy, so thankfully BetBoom no Axe this game, but
Smart.
it's still a really good Tusk game. I think this hero provides something that a lot of supports kind of lack in this meta, which is a lot of damage. There's so much HP and Nightfall.
Consider yourself denied.
Provide save, BKB stuns, just anything that you can ask for, Tusk will kind of provide in the draft.
And that's limited supply these days, those BKB piercing stuns, so Tusk having that is really important. Then, of course, the kick late game. We're going late game a lot, so it's nice to have a really good Aghanim Scepter.
You're not wrong. I mean, that has sort of been the thing that we were joking about, too, is, you know, I feel like at the start of every game we're backstage, I'm watching, I'm just like, is this going to go late, too? And the answer tends to be yes. This time around, though, in this particular matchup, you know, the Lifestealer is one that I feel like we haven't seen a ton of, and I'm curious what his role is going to be. The Infest plays later on, both for saves as well as for maybe trying to move around the map effectively, could be something to watch for.
Yeah, the important thing when you pick Lifestealer is making sure that the most important part about the game for the hero is never being kicked out of the safe lane. So either BetBoom is pretty much going to try to either force all their heroes to go bot, maybe even the Chaos Knight will end up rotating there to kick him out, because if you let him sit there for too long and he farms a Radiance as it's like the normal build Armland of Radiance.
Oh, Nightfall back out. Should be fine though. Oh yeah, Radiance everywhere.
Yeah.
For him.
And the Necro, that was kind of the build at the start. I think it was like the Radiance Necro just do a lot of damage in AoE, but people moved towards more of a Heart Agus build for the passive damage.
Yeah. I mean, you can see that even a CK can be pressured by this dual lane, but once the hits come out here and the lifesteal's there, you also see why CK is so powerful right now, because he's one of the few heroes that actually withstand this pressure right now.
He also builds Heart.
Yeah,
very good item this patch, and he also does have the physical damage to kill these Heart heroes. So it kind of checks all the boxes that you need from a carry. And when you pick it into lanes versus, like, you know, the Dawn Tusk, it's really nice to have a carry that can sit there and be happy.
They don't have a lot to deal with the illusions this game either, it feels like. You know, there's not some like big AoE control or something. As long as they're getting this disabled, like this Dispel rather, onto the Necrophos and the Pugna, looks pretty good.
You know, just in terms of mentality for these two teams, I kind of feel like both of them just have so much confidence coming into this matchup. Both of them, you know, have at various stages been like one of the tops in their region. Obviously, BetBoom competing with that with Spirit, but the potential is there at the very least. And I feel like this might be one of those where we're seeing the laning stage really even. I don't even know if they're going to try. Do you think they need to like mix anything up at any point, or is it just going to be kind of a farm fest through the early goings here?
Fortunately or unfortunately, right. What you feel. I think this will be a slower game. Both drafts kind of, their safe laners want to sit in their lane, both mids want to sit in the mid lane, so there's not really going to be much rotating. I think the biggest thing will be whether save goes to the safe lane or the Phoenix comes to bot, kind of this bot pressure to kick the Lifestealer out. But outside of that, there's not really much that either team is. Both teams pick their drafts with the idea that they're going to win the game at some point.
Okay.
And to not stress. And
these lanes feel
Make it lower. He dies to the Techie's Cure. Manages to get the TP out, understanding what was going on right there. So that is first blood. A little bit late at 4 minutes. See if they can make another one happen here.
It took a while for that one to finally come out here. And everyone's staying, as you were saying, very stable in these lanes and not offering a lot of opportunities for those earlier stacks. I feel like leading up into TI, so much of the game was about stacks and just like trying to control these ancients, trying to get extra XP for your support players, especially through that. And as you know, we started the road to the international, and that's TI itself, the stacks just feel like kind of ignored in the early game.
Oh yeah, there is that rotation, at least from the side of Azure Ray, as they come top. Try and mess with things a little bit. It is going to be a walkover to steal away maybe a bounty rune or something. Yeah, Kami's just going to head back to the other side, I guess.
Yeah, the nicest thing about the new map is the gate. You can kind of just rotate to the other lane as a support, see if there's a kill. If there's not a kill, you can walk away, or you can kind of sit there. You're always off the map.
Oh, speaking of which,
back through. Instead, wants to find Nightfall, snowball in, a couple more hits. He's going to get away. Chalice wants to back out as they force him back. FY is going to fall. Save involved in another kill on the map. Chases, connects, pulls him in, brings him down. 3-0 BetBoom.
Just save techies.
Save techies. Wow, that early aggression, right? 2 points into the blast off.
Really nice TP. And something we haven't mentioned yet is the Phoenix versus Tusk interaction, I think, is really bad for the Tusk. All he wants to do in the lane is tag team and kill, and the Fire Spirit kind of eliminates that threat. So one of the reasons why there hasn't really been a kill in the top lane has because the Phoenix specifically being able to slow the attack speed. There's not really much aggression you can do. And now this lane's like really stable. You can't bring heroes to it anymore, I think.
And it's so hard too. You can't like whittle down CK and eventually get this like, oh, he's weak and we can go for the kill, because he just gets a single wave and he just regens to full. And now he's actually pressuring at the Lotus pool here. They're gonna get a kill on the Chalice.
Looking for it, chasing and brought down. Just like that. Well, the rotation's coming in from FY. They want to get a bigger kill on this side. They chase GPK. Shard's going to connect. Samus moving in. Good
Nice
snowball dodge from FY to get out of there, and the Reaper side takes him down.
It's a really big kill. They had the slight mid lane advantage. He got level 6 before the TA. They used the invision to pressure. And something really important is the 6 rune control. It's such a big timing with the catapults coming out and just getting the power rune at that time. And now the tower might even go down, which is going to hurt BetBoom a lot.
Yeah, this catapult is still just swinging here. 7 minutes. And you're just trying to get a little bit of XP here as techies, and that is a lot harder without a tower.
Huge. Takes it down. 7 minutes. Tier 1 tower. Like you said, we have not seen a ton of that throughout this. I mean, sometimes when it turns into a stomp.
Oh, Tianming though.
This is the price you pay.
Sneaky.
He's waving. See you later. And save? Actually, I think has to back out.
Okay, kind of got baited there.
This is now really scary for Templar Assassin, because her Ancients are exposed now to any random ganks from this Pugna and the Tusk kind of grouping up together.
Oh.
And there's nowhere to farm.
Your body block. Oh, gets across the bridge.
It's a wide bridge, you know, 2 lanes.
The torrent's going to come through.
One more hit.
They bring down coming on that Pugna.
Your atrocity made.
Been a bit of a tough one for him so far. Everywhere it goes, he feels like he's dying. 0-3.
Yeah, it's a really good lane setup, I think, for BetBoom. I would say they're kind of advantaged in all 3 lanes. So they're kind of proving that in this slight network lead that they got. But this mid rotation, I think, if anything, is saving the game for them. Being able to take the tower, getting the map control. I think the game would look very dire if they didn't make that move.
Yeah, it feels like they're running out of space pretty fast. They are still struggling as well. At least, you know, Lou's just hanging out down bottom. That is good news for the Lifestealer, doing his thing.
He's doing his job. He's going to sit here bot. He's probably not going to leave the lane until 15 minutes and just be happy sitting down here.
Oh, and you can see that in the mid lane, FY continue to make these rotations, get Somnus a DD. TA is, like you guys are talking about, very much in kind of a weird spot. So it feels like they've come up with at least a bit of the answer for the early games.
I really love this tower pressure from the Pugna too.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like that's something that is lacking a little bit with the Pugna draft sometimes. Maybe you get into a spot where you don't feel super confident moving on to the lanes if they go a little bit poorly here, but Tianming's just like, yeah, I can get in here. You know, if I die, I die, but I want damage on this tower. Kind of scary versus the Kunkka with both, though.
The interesting dynamic right now is that Azure is really comfortable sitting in all their lanes as cores. The Necro will be alone mid and be really happy. Dawn's obviously going to be top, get solo level 6, and then want to ult away from her. She doesn't want the action to come to her. Lifestealer's Lifestealer. So it's kind of on BetBoom right now to either say to themselves, oh, okay, we're happy trading 3 lanes of equal farm with each other, or make the moves themselves.
Well, a bit of a move here with that ward helping out.
Looking Chalice in no man's land. Slowed, but gets away. It wasn't slowed, actually. So close to that level 6, but recognizing the danger, will manage to escape.
9 XP away here.
Wait a minute, though. Wait a minute.
Walks into Toronto.
Hello? Tokyo spots him, maybe? Not sure if they did. Yeah. Nightfall still chasing. The illusion is there. So they take him on a long walk. Finally, only a 1-second stun. I mean, they're going to...
The supports are coming, but they're pretty far away, you know?
Well, goes for it. The blast off connects, and this is actually turning out to be a nice kill. Chalice still not getting level 6 online. Stun and done.
It feels just so sad. You know you want this kill so bad, but he probably missed a full wait for that. But yeah, still really good that they force. It just wastes time from everyone. So at the end of the day, the TA is still farming mid, the country's still farming bot. So.
Wow, 2-second stun onto FY, saving that snowball. Could be okay. He went for the step back, but okay, making the move mid, finding and killing that Pugna. So 7-1. And the other thing that's weird about this is while the kills are going pretty heavily into the favor of BetBoom, towers are dropping across the map. Lost the bottom tier 1 towers too.
I think it's mostly on the hero matchups. BetBoom have the strong lanes and farming, where Azure have the strong like sit there pressure and keep walking into you and you can't do anything about it because of their HP pools. And so it's not too surprising that Azure is kind of leading the map advantage, but it's going to be more important to see if they can actually continue this forward, because I'm worried that if they don't continue this and they keep pressuring and the TA actually gets items into a Roshan, that there could be some group up death ball like we see a lot of Phoenix teams end up doing.
It feels like you want to maybe use one of these Solar Guardians at some point here soon, but then you're also kind of waiting for like level 6 on FY, so he has that big burst damage to come out and help assist with these kills.
A lot of waiting.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of waiting, I mean, I don't know if you guys heard when the game was starting, but there is an absolute powder keg of fans here for Azure, and they are just desperate to cheer for something right now.
I feel like every last hit, they're waiting on beta.
Yeah, it's 7-1 right now. Like, they're just screaming as the game starts. It's just going to take one here, you know? They want Chalice to escape. He didn't quite make it. They've been killed in all these lanes, but you get a couple plays going for Azure, they're going to hear this crowd light up.
So the surprising thing is Azure stole both experience, but both their subs are still not even level 6, and I think that's just because their cores are wanting to stay in their lanes themselves and not really giving this lane experience up. So it kind of is feeling really bad for their early momentum pressure, because neither support can make this rotation for the Dawn to ult. So everyone just kind of waiting for each other. Just maybe the subs are asking for a little help here and there to get experience, and we'll see what happens when they can actually get level 6s up.
It is crazy to think that they still are not 6. I imagine they didn't get the Wisdom Rune, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Like, there's a real possibility of that, and still only 5.5 for FY as he just watches Blue take the enemy Ancients. It's like, please help me.
Any experience is good with that cool set that he's got with the weird, like, after image thing.
This is the scary map setup, I think, for BetBoom now.
BetBoom getting caught without buyback. Luldo, can they do something without him? Maybe they don't need him.
All right, that's aegis. That's aegis.
Can they do it again? Somnus standing on top of his buddy, ready for an infest if things get dicey.
Well, that was kind of free.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, I mean, you need something like that right now for BetBoom. Put a bit of gas in the tank here. They're going to lose their ward on the outside of the base there, trying to keep an eye on them.
I've never seen that hammer talent. That's crazy, the distance of the Dawn W.
Especially with the TA, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, to just cancel the blinks, just maybe catch the Phoenix off guard, slow him.
The range is insane. Oh, man. Chalice drops the hammer and takes the tower.
So it's going to be a slow burn push. The Pugna just presses his Q off cooldown, just slowly whittles it down. Lifesteal's going to slowly whittle it down. Yep. And there's no rush. They're hanging out. They're having a good time.
Well, apparently Chalice says there's a rush. He runs in, finds the Phoenix, forces him to back away. And they go for more. That's already the melee racks down. Somnus stepping up. They're going to drop the water park. Hits onto one, but the snowball save there again.
Nice snowball.
Nicely done, and gets over to where the dead creeps were too. Why not?
CK's just coming back up right now.
But can they get out? Yule Scepter looking pretty fine, and gonna Death Seeker to the low ground. Azure Ray get the whole set of racks, and they get out.
He's really hard to control. Very difficult there.
13,000 gold lead. First time that it's been this big the whole game. It was a really close game, but after these kind of Roche fights, all the buybacks, it seems so hard for BetBoom to actually take a real fight for themselves.
I mean, it still is sort of evident of how, strong they feel like the BetBoom team fight is, that they're not willing to go for the all-in-play for this other set of racks. With all these mines that are set up and the rest of it, it's got to be annoying to try and play into. But got to imagine now, controlling this map, they're going to continue to build up this lead and get themselves into a strong position.
I mean, you've seen your strongest core just vanish in an instant.
Oh, yeah.
And the fact that if he does die one more time, Lou's just gone for a while, so kind of terrifying.
The cool thing is, so Lifestealer got the Ags from the Roche fight bot, and it's another way to BKB disable a hero. So he can jump the TA when she BKBs, and it just disarms her through BKB for the entire duration of the infest. I think it's 4 or 5 seconds.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if he gets that on the TA, she's just stuck there doing nothing with her BKB, and when TA doesn't have BKB, she can't fight into Azure.
That's a really good point. Yeah, I forgot about that. The infest could be really strong, and it's got decent range now,
Even
too.
picks up a blink, a swift dagger.
Yeah,
So
he just got the blink too, so it can immediately just jump in when he's needed.
And no Lincolns, I think, on anybody from BetBoom, so that is a really frustrating situation for them.
as long as he doesn't jump the TA with fraction, she blinks backwards into Found or something.
Oh, yeah.
Shenanigans.
That could be an issue.
Everything will be okay.
Well, now that you've said it,
Yeah.
you know what's going to
Or,
happen,
into
right?
like 10 mines.
Yeah, something scary.
Yeah,
It does last for a while, though.
that's true.
In there for a cool minute.
You get Blink back, we got Reality Rift pierces the spell immunity, you're being pulled all over the place here. Suddenly there's an Earth Spirit kicking you into the well.
Here's in the game. It's like one of those side characters.
We are getting to the point where you should be able to just buy another hero. This game's going pretty long,
Like that.
Would you just make someone with like the coach micro it, or would it just be one of the players?
Oh, that would be
do a
high. We
save?
could have their music play. They come in. Oh, they've purchased Blitz! And he just like comes to the stage.
Dude, look at those mines. What is happening?
Techies, baby.
Oh, well, this is going to be an interesting one. This is going to be an interesting one.
So many people are relating to this right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He has, like, the sort of orientation perfect.
It is very nice. It's pleasing to look at.
I like that.
Oddly satisfying,
I unfortunately have to agree that this is a nice, nice
Aesthetic.
visual.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if Azure are going to quite feel so confident. Extra rage duration. They also have BKB on low, so he is just debuff immune for a very long time.
And he's almost got his Ex Machina, because
Almost.
we're 9 minutes away here
Oh, hey.
at this point.
Good call, good call. Well, this is the other nice thing that you can potentially do is just shove out all
Sir,
these
you
lanes.
have one of those already.
Oh.
No, he's made a mistake, Gunner. He has 2 hearts.
Oh, jeez.
Sounds like a little fun.
Oh, no.
The health region doesn't
This is
stack.
where we are.
They have a Tusk kick, too, now. Looking for anybody. I don't think Somnus is going to care.
Not Somnus.
Even if like they lose this game, Somnus isn't going to die. That's just the reality.
Look how confident he is. He's just walking into every single hero.
Dude, he does not care even a little bit. That's disgusting.
Daedalus finished for the TA, so that's more damage that they have to hopefully burst.
Yep.
Brings it over. They're out of the base. There's the Tuts punch, the kick back. Tries to find him. Can they get away? At least for the moment they will. It's on to Tuts though. He's starting to fall. Heal is there, but safe. He gets the good jump with the blast off onto 2. And already starting to die on Chalice with a Sunray out. They're actually destroying them. Oh, Somnus! Where are your hearts now, boy?
Double kill.
Oh, well, I thought with the green guy, his heart would like grow, but his heart shrunk this day, you know? Way on down there. That is tough. 2 hearts and you still blow up in about a second?
What happened?
I don't know.
Like a lot of damage.
They all did damage.
The water park was doing absolute work. Like, I saw Lifestealers just like spinning around, getting controlled up, get hit by the boat. He got silenced by the trap because the shards up there. A couple torrents connected, and then it's just a big boom, you know? 800 damage from TA, 800 damage from CK. They're stacking it all up at once, and he's just gone. Great timing for that Daedalus, that's for sure.
It looked like a really good initiation, but the TA get the blink off right after the kick, so they don't really, they kind of kite this kick out. The Tusk doesn't get his BKB off. He just gets bursted by the Torrent Storm, and I think after that, Chalice also gets stuck.
Too, yeah. And then Hex.
They all drop just so quickly. And I mean, this is really the problem, right? You're talking about late game Dota, where one fight and suddenly they're up on your high ground a lot of time on these respawn timers. A plus sorry comes on out. Not sure what's going on there. Some tips from the other members of BetBoom, but this is the full set of racks in the throne. Thinking about it
a little bit here.
I mean, you got to be careful. If you're Azure Raid, you decide to buy back right now. This is a tier 4 tower already starting to fall. They have 38 seconds on this Lifestealer, but they're going to back out of BetBoom. They get the glyph, reset.
FYI, setting up.
Sir?
This guy's
Okay, all right. Gonna relax a little bit here. Just wanted to burn his TP cooldown.
Roshan is up, and that's a big thing.
Yeah, they got a
So late.
here too.
This is going to set up for 60-minute items if the game doesn't end after the Sages. There's an Ags, which is really big for anyone. The TA can get the Ags, kind of move around the map. The C can get the Ags and just have so much physical damage. So if BetBoom gets his Roche, I think it kind of swings the map, or the whole game state into their favor.
Yeah, and it should be very fast. I mean, they're starting to move here from Azure. Getting there as quick as they can. I mean, the crowd has been cheering as much as they can for them. The air kind of got sucked out of the building in that last fight.
Oh, you're not
They want to
wrong.
come back alive right now.
FY, they're scanning Toronto, Tokyo up on the high ground. They already are in there with Lil, but GPK, he gets the Aegis. Chalice shows up, able to steal the Aghanims. Okay, that's a nice win, but Chalice is going to die for it.
I'd say wicked
And dead
sick.
for 100 seconds, no buyback.
That is kind of sick, though.
It was
You
kind of
know?
cool.
Yeah.
Feels cool.
Yeah, I don't know
He's
how much.
close to his buyback. I think FY is going to get a bounty right now and get buyback for the Dawn.
Oh, that's huge. Okay, not so bad then.
So it's not as scary, but TA does get the Aegis. They get the Roche. They kind of stop it from Azure getting it and try to close the game out. So a good timing for BetBoom.
Oh, I mean, that's the thing that's interesting, is now it definitely feels like the fight is just kind of reset. And the entire game has, in a way. Because you didn't get that Aghanims, which can so often like start snowballing the lead even further, or at least regain control. The Aegis on TA, it matters, but it also feels like there's a lot of great ways that Azure have to set up on the TA after the Aegis, you know, comes back to life.
Yeah, again, I think for BetBoom fights, it really has to be fast. You saw in this mid fight, they got a kill, they got a kill. It was like 10 seconds, the fight was over. And Azure, all the fights they win, it's like, oh wow, he's half health. Oh, is he gonna die? No, we're gonna snowball, save, heal. And so for Azure, this Aegis doesn't really matter because you want the long fights. If you kill the TA, the fight's probably gonna keep going long and you'll keep winning the fight. And so for BetBoom, you don't really want to be able to have this slow burst fight where one of you dies.
And part of the problem is that we saw all this ability to defend the high ground from BetBoom. There are similar abilities here for Azure, most notably the kick, of course. So we have to be very careful how they use the Kunkka X.
Well, yeah, they used it immediately. And he actually, he gets snowball because of that. Oh, FY did not maybe see that X, not sure what happened. Will snowball a second time with the Torrent Storm going out. Not easy to take this fight. They will kill one, but can they kill another? They pull him out of position. Mule Sector lift up. The boat is going to not land on him. So they are able to survive with Chalice not buying back. But FY, wait, he bought back! FY, does he have enough to stay alive though? The stun is there, a long duration, but no, he's gone! Just like that one! GPK stunned for a little while, Chalice still there for the control, but he's out of position! 3 seconds stun, starts to fall and gone! Can they find more? But there's the Reaper Scythe, there for a turnaround, the fight, it's lasted too long! This is where Somnus shows up! Gets the blink away. GPK managing to escape.
Tower is under attack.
Oh,
Thinking about something here?
wait.
A little crazy.
Yule Scepter. Hold on. Can they do it? GPK wanted to fight, but is it actually going to work? They're all lined up. Puffin starts to fall. He goes down, but he's inside. He infests. He's disarmed. He can't hit. The right click. It's enough. Woo, takes them down. 2 seconds stun on the side. Trying to get the kill, but he transfers it over. Gets the cheese off in time. The Lotus, not sure what it was, but now he's over to the side and Somnus still living. Somehow, somewhere. He's going to do it. Triple kill for GPK, but is it enough? Can they do it? They take him down. GPK trying to run, but no. Somnus is too strong.
Oh, it's so much damage just everywhere. They're buying back, they're boxing back and on top of each other, trying to finish this game. There's creeps in the mid, the Catapult taking down the tier 4, but it doesn't matter.
And there's 2 big cores, no buyback. Phoenix, no buyback. And Somnus is already in the base. Boots traveling in.
He's in the base, he's dropping the FE voice lines.
It does not hit that hard, but it will keep going. They don't have a way to deal with this guy. Not enough left in the tank. Somnus, he has stayed so strong throughout this game, and he is going to right-click these buildings down. 50 damage at a time if he has to. Chalice shows up now as well, and with Lowell also in tow. Azure Ray, what more do you have? Do you have enough to finish this one off? Save tries to stop it, but it's not looking like it's going to be enough. Techies is going to fall. Azure Ray takes them down bit by bit, building by building. Another blast off, almost enough to kill Chalice, but he's barely surviving. There's the Infest play. GG is called.
Oh, that big green health bar didn't go down very low after that fight.
The 2 hearts was looking a little scary, but in the end, 5,000 health is a little too much for them to kind of chew through at the end.
2 hearts? I was a little concerned. Not going up at the very end there to get the Wind Waker, but committed for the second heart. Lost 1 fight, did die, but clutched it out there. Man, the damage that he must have been outputting in that fight. Unbelievable.
So much. 16